So, hi everybody and welcome back. This is a C++ tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 38 and we continue with our solution. We talked already about this solution here. We checked, we created a new database. We checked it with a debug that it works so far, and we learned a little bit debugging here. And we continue now to the next stage, which is this line. It says if they are not equal, then I write the points with the high number in the database of the player who get this number and the other player gets 0. And what does this mean is here I compare this one. Here are our two comparisons, player 1 with player 2 database, this one's here. And then if this one, player 1 database, is less, for example in this case it's not less, then I will do something here. And if the player number database is greater, which is indeed greater here at the first point, then I will do something here. And let's start with this greater sign, because the player number 1 has indeed here something greater. Okay, and what we are doing is just as it says here, I will write the score in the database, in his database, and the other player should get 0. Okay, how I'm doing this now? First of all, I get the new database, which is this one. Can get this. Copy. This is the new database, player 1. I hope this is descriptive. So it is connected to our player number 1 database. And then I say, I make an assignment operator and I say what I want to write in. I want to write his score in, because here he is definitely greater, and if it's greater I want to write his database score in it. And how I make this, I get the database score, I get this variable. So we are working a little bit variables now, and I paste this in. And here important is, here was nothing, but in this case it is I. And why it's I? Because we are at round, because this loop is now at the round I. Okay, this should be work, right? But we also set the other player gets 0. So we have to do here one more step. Here's something missing or something wrong, right? Because we have only checked what happens if the player 1 is greater. So at the other side here, if the player number 1 is less, which means the other player is greater, then we assign for the other player the value and he gets 0. So, and how we do this, we write here now, we get first of all the player data here for the second one. We can get here, yeah, it's the same. Copy this one, this is the new database, and paste it in, and then write here I, because we are in the round, don't know, in one of the routes. And then I assign, and this one I assign his database here. But we will not be finished, but let's assign this first. So I get again his database, array, and again I, and this one. So what I did here is just for the second player. In this case, the second player, it has a higher number, then his higher number will be assigned to this new database, right? But here is some step missing, right? What is the step missing? Let's make an example here with the first step. Let's go through this code first in our head. So at start, this is 0. Okay, then we have 0, and then it will increment it in the next round one more. But at start, this one is 0. Okay, 0, 0 means they are equal. No, this one will be skipped. Condition will be skipped. Perfect. Then if there are less, if is now we compare player 1 is less than player 2? No, which means this here will completely skip at this point. And then it says player 1 is greater player 2. Yes, it will indeed do this one. That's perfect. And then we assign player 1 to player 2, but what the missing step is this other player gets 0. So, which means this one must be included vice versa in this here in it too. So what we do is just simple. We write this one for the new player 2, for the second one in this case, for the other player, and the other player gets here I2, but he gets at this point, very important, 0, because this time we make a direct value assignment, right? And in this case we make it other way around. This time the player 1 gets 0, so we can get just copy this line, copy, yes. And you see I work all time with this copy, and careful when you copy, make sure that all thing is right. For example, here we have assigned 0 in it, and then so, and the question is now, okay, this looks interesting and we hope that it works, but how we can check it? Does it really work? So first of all, we started. This is the first check. Okay, I hope it works. I have works, and it's offline here again. And I write here coder. I write here Superman, and I see nothing. But at least at this point of check, we have no errors. That is all time a very good sign. But I'm not sure if the numbers are now right. I have only checked that there is no errors. That means not that the numbers are right. So this is a very big problem. And that means we can't just check here if the program is running. Now we have check also if the datas are correct, and we use again debug, or you write here an output. Of course you can write here also now an output for datas. For example, you can make here, while you are looping, you can print out later all the things later to something, or make here one more for loop. But in my case, the videos are already too long. That's why I use the debug, and we train a little bit debug, right? Let's go on. So I put it here on top again at my for loop. I start again my program. Come, start. And then I write again my coder, because till now it's the debug is not active, right? Superman, and now it's active. It jumps to this place. We are here in front. We have again created this random numbers, which are very dangerous. And we skip this. In the next video, I will try to solve this one as well, but not right now. We will assign there some values, default values or something. But now we debug this code. So let's continue. Let's see if we are on the. Let me bring this a little bit down. Yep, no, here. So, and so that I can see the whole code here around. And now I want to check all the values. Now I'm at the start. I can check anything now. Now I'm here. Now I know, okay, we have our databases in. These are this one, and they are okay. And at 0, here in my for loop, I am at 0. I finish this line. I jump to the next line. I is 0. Okay. 0, and then it will increment it. It's not incremented right now, at least it shows not. So in real it is incremented, but it takes here the 0 here, very important. And I is 0 at this point. And now I go one step further, and what I see now is I is at this point 0, and it was skipped the whole if statement. And why it skipped the whole if statement? Because they was not equal. We had the number 43 at start and 42, and it says they are not equal. I skip you. Okay, you skipped. Nice. What happens now in the next line? You are here. We see here this yellow arrow which indicates where he is, and now I go to the next line and he skipped here all too. And why he skipped this second if line? Because he said, okay, at 0, 43 and 42, also the first one is not less than 42, right? 43 is not less 42. I skip this whole thing too. Okay, then I go one more step. Oh, now he's in, because he say, now 43 is indeed greater than 42, and I will do something here. And let's see what he is doing. Now he's doing nothing because here's at start, very important. He's at start at this point, even it shows that it's on this line. And then after you click this, he did something. So we have to check what he does, right? New database player. Let's find this new database player. Where are you, new database player? Here are some new, and here's a new database player 2. This one is not evaluated, I think. A new database player 1 is evaluated. Let's make this up. And we see, is this no, that was the wrong. I have to go to new. Where is the, I'm blind here. Actually, I have to go here. We have here 43 in. And here I have to click this one. And we can see indeed he wrote in the first line the 43 like we expected. We said in the new database he write the bigger line, but we want to check if the other one is doing this well. The other one should get 0, right? Let's go one more step, because he is here at the first line, not finished. Let's do this one too. And now we can check both stats here. We have here new database player 2. Should be this one. Let's see. And he gets 0 at this point. Yeah. So we have this one here too. So that's nice. He gets 0 indeed. And when we continue this, and now I continue a little bit fast. You can check this later, but I continue here. Let's see. We have 4, 5, because these steps are only repeating and repeating again. That's why I make this one and check just here perhaps the end result. 9, and now I have, be careful, I think, because now we have here 9 steps, and 9 steps means here it's the last step. Why? Because we started with 0, we have 10 elements. 9 should be here the last step, and we have to check now if the values what we expected are true. So these values what you see here are the values which the compiler has, but now you have sometimes to check, is that what you wanted to be there? So you compare the compiler's result with your expectation. This is in development also very important, because sometimes the compiler shows numbers which you not expected and say, hey, wait a minute, why is that here? I expected here, for example, a 36, and then you have think about, because the compiler makes not a mistake, he just follows the rules. Probably you made then anywhere here a mistake, and yeah, this will be a problem. So we trained here again a little bit debug, and we created this kind of code here. We assigned them, and this looks really heavy already, but actually it's very easy. Yeah, but for a beginner it's heavy. So if you managed so far to do something like that, very nice. And then we will go on in the next video with the last parts, but they are not so difficult now. We're just calculating a little bit something, and that's it. All that what I showed you here, that looks all difficult and so, but later it's very easy. It's only at the start it looks so heavy. And if you don't believe it or not, this is just a repetition what we learned so far. The only difference is, and that's why we're doing that, and that's why we're training that, we are using that in a program, and we are using them how to use that together. You see, we have here variables and how we use these variables. We have here an array, how we are using this array in different ways here, right? Here we have this assignment, here we have even a wrong assignment, not a wrong assignment, here we have no initialized any values. This one I will change in the next. And then we have here assignment through a loop and so on. That's good. That's good stuff. If you can follow so long, it's cool, because later this one will help you in programming a lot. And you see, we have learned only so less keywords, but we are doing already nice programming stuff here. Okay, that's it. See you in the next, where we continue with some more, and then we are soon finished. And we create then this program and see the end result if we really achieve our goal here on top, because that is the end goal. That's very important. So see you in the next. Bye.